Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about methods in Java, different types of methods, and also we're going to talk about how we can write them, how is it important to write the Java codes. So what is the method? Method is nothing but the set of the code or the instructions that you are writing within certain blocks. Okay, and these methods are being identified with the name that is followed by the parenthesis. Okay, and these methods can be called across the package anywhere in the class, or anybody can use them. Those are the functionality that is being defined within the set of the code. Okay, so let's go with the code so that you can have better understanding. So I'm going to create a new class. This class is called, so I'm naming this as a methods demo. So very first thing what you need to understand is, let's say you are, which you have been doing up until now, is you are trying to instantiate this class as this, right? But maybe most of you don't know how this is working. This is working because you don't have this. This is being written from the compiler for you. So every time you see this is being called, so compiler is going to load the class, and loading class, they're first going to look for the constructor. If it's not defined, then Java will write one for you that you can't see. Okay, these are called the default constructor with the zero argument. What are the zero argument or the argument? Let's say you want to get int a, right? Now you will see the error here. Here you'll have to now pass some numbers. So that's what the argument means. Okay, so since we don't have anything to further elaborate this, what I want to also say that here this is called the method body. Okay, and this method body is supposed to do certain actions or certain steps that you want to put. So you can just do, just like the regular method you write, or any set of the code that you write here inside this body is going to perform the same way as it is the method. Okay, so let's say I want to just print this out. Okay, all I want to just print this out whenever this has been called. So every time this is called, it's going to print this one out because it'll go through the constructor. So now what's the next purpose? You want to pass certain data here, right? So let's say you are passing some file path and you are trying to load that file, right? Or you want to load some data, or you want to do some certain sets of the work within this method block, which means as soon as this class is loaded, you want to perform certain actions. Those type of codes, you want to put this inside the constructor. Okay, hope that is clear, and that is why this is considered to be one type of method. Now let's go with another one, public void. I'm going to name this add. Okay, here I'm not adding, I'm just adding system. Okay, so I have another method called add. You know more about this already, and I assume I don't have to further elaborate this. This is just a void method. And let's create one more method, public string print value. Okay, so this one you probably don't know, or maybe you know. So what this is, here we don't have a string. Okay, we don't have a void. So if this is string, that means you'll have to return this as a string. Okay, return, let's say I want to return AB. Okay, here equals hello value. Okay, so what I did is I initialized a variable AB, and AB is what I'm going to do as a return type. Okay, So here what you do, you are returning this. So that means every time print value method is being called, it is going to give you value of a, which is hello value. Let's try that out with the int. Okay, so for int, all you do is change this to int, and the value cannot be within double quote because it's number, so I'm putting that as a 15 or just certain numbers. So this one is erroring out because this is not the same name, so you cannot have duplicate methods in the same class. So that's that, and let's print first part of this code. So to run this, I'm going to write public static void main string args. Why do I have this inside the main method? Because I want to run this. Anything I want to run or execute has to be in the main method, otherwise they won't be called to run. Okay, so I'm calling the object and to pull this method. So m.add, which is a void method, m.print int, m.print value. So here what you see, if I run this out, I'm going to only get two messages. One is from the constructor and another is from add. Okay, I'm not getting this value because those are the return type, they don't print. If you want to print, that's what you would call. So you would put that inside the print statement, then it will know what you're trying to do. Okay, I'm printing both of this return type now. So to do that, I'm running as a Java application. Okay, now they are printing. So one more thing that I want to talk is, I don't want to call this guy print int and every time it returns me 15. I want to make this variable. Okay, to do that, same thing I want to do with this string value. So what I do, I would have to put this here and make it even more simple. And I will remove that number and put that number inside this parenthesis. So that will make this as a parameterized. Same thing happens to this. So it is returning whatever I passed. Okay, same thing, it is returning whatever I passed. So let's run this again, but you cannot because you have to update that here too. So for print int, I'm going to pass a 40 this time, and for string, what I'm doing is I'm going to pass as what is the value. Value can be expensive, right? Let's run this out, and you see this value, they are now different. So I can run this again and pass the different value, and they will continue to run. And this is 10, and you see those are there. Okay, so let's remove this pieces and let's do some more thing. Do you think we're gonna only be able to do string and int? Obviously not, as a return type. Let's try some more out. So I'm gonna do the array now. Public string array, get my array. Okay, so what I'm doing is here I'm going to return the string array as a return type for this method. Every time I want to call this, I want to return the array. What I do to make that, I have to define some variable which is for array, my array new. You have to define the same way, but here you pass as let's say I want to pass 3 numbers of array. So here what I do is I have to get this guy 0 equals, so this one is a string array, so I'm going to pass that string value is hey first array. Okay, second and third. And here you need to be careful that array starts with a 0. Okay, so when you have a 3, you can still have 3, but 3 is not 3, 3 is 2. Okay, starts from 0, but this size contains 3. That means the size is 3, but that starts from 0. Okay, it is not 1 2 3, it is 0 1 2. So what I want to do is I need to return this my array. So what happens with this my array? My array is going to give me, if my array of 1 is hey, my array of 2 is hey Adam, what's up, right? You can do this, hey Adam, what's up. So this is the array. So if you are asking array of 2, it's going to give me this value. Array of 1, Adam. Array of 0 is hey. So this is a return type. It is not going to print you out. So you want to test that out. Let's do this something here. What we would print array. So what I do, I will have to say, let's make this more even simple so you understand. So string a equals get my array. This is the method. Now you want to pass your value here, okay, and then you close that out. This first piece is the same as this piece. Don't get confused with this parenthesis, because this is the method name. That's why it is dragging with this guy. So this whole thing is same as equal as my array. Okay, this guy, same thing. So when you say my array and this guy, it's the same as this guy, calling this guy. Okay, so don't get confused with that. So that's the first array, and this one needs to print hey. I'm going to add more value. So I need to do so third array is going to print me 1 2. Okay, so that's all I want to do. Now I say plus second plus okay. So I want to just print these 3 values. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm just calling this guy over here, m dot. Now watch this. Hey Adam, what's up? So that means first array printed, second one printed, and third value printed. So that's one thing. And you can also do this, which may be pretty complicated for you, but not now, because now you know what it is. So without even defining this whole thing, you can just print this out here with directly calling this method. Okay, let's comment this whole thing out. This method and 0, right, plus I'm adding that, plus this method is value 1 plus adding some space there, and again plus, of course, and then this method 2, and then I'm going to close that out. So it's the same thing that you would be calling this guy versus that guy. Only the thing is, this one's much clearer that you already defined them, but it just adds more lines of code. But you can do this whole thing in one single line like that. Okay, let's run this out. It's going to give you the same thing. Okay, nothing changes because this one thing is representing the whole thing. Okay, So I think that pretty much covers. So what you know by now is, you know, the string array return type. That's one type of method with the string or int. These are the return type methods. You also knew the parameterized method. This is a parameterized that has a parameter or argument. So that means whenever you call this method, you have to pass some string value. Same thing with the integer. You call this method, you have to pass some numbers. You have a constructor as a method that is performing certain things when class loads. You have a method called add. This is a void method that does not return anything, and it just does the functions within the body that has a sets of code. And then you have a main method. Main method is, this is how it is structured, and you can only have a one main method in a class. And then you can instantiate this class, and with the object you can call all of the method that you want. Okay, so this basically performs how you want to write the methods, and how is it being written, how the compiler understands your method, how the compiler designs a constructor for you, and how it is being done. I hope this has been pretty clear and straightforward. You can continue to write the methods. It's just the example I have. So when you go further deep down, you can write constructor, the return type methods to return the list or class, or you can write any class that you want to return. That's how you would write the methods. Okay, all these different types, these are the main basic fundamentals that you should understand when you further write any Java codes. Okay, thank you very much. I hope this has been very clear, and hope this helped you understanding different features of methods and how you would write them. And thank you very much for continuing to watch my videos, and please continue to do so and subscribe my channel. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.